Good afternoon, my name is Harsh Parekh and I am going to explain you the risk engineering and safety which is to be applied on the oil spill incident on the deep water horizon in the Gulf of Mexico. So these are the key points which we will be covering during this study. Now, on any incident, there are five questions which are to be raised: where, when, how, what, and what are the causes. So, what happened was um, on April 20, 2010, the Deep Water Horizon drilling rig explosion occurred, and subsequently, the semi-submersible mobile offshore drilling unit, which was owned and operated by Transocean and was drilling for BP in the Macondo Prospect oil field about 40 miles, that is 64 kilometers, southeast of Louisiana coast. The explosion and subsequent fire resulted into the sinking of the Deepwater Horizon and the death of 11 workers and 17 injured. The same blowout that caused the explosion also caused the oil well fire and a massive offshore oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, considered as the largest accident in the history of marine oil spill in the world, the largest environmental disaster in the US history. Drilling offshore involves creating a pathway between the drilling rig and a oil rig and the oil reservoir where the gas is trapped beneath the seafloor. A deep hole or a well is bored and drilled through the rocks of the seabed and the sediments. They can contain water, crude oil, natural gas under pressure. Hence, a lot of care has to be taken to prevent a catastrophe. Unplanned flow of these fluids into the well bore in the industry known as kick can be dangerous. Without careful management of the kick, it can result into full blowout of uncontrolled release of oil and natural gas up to the drilling rig. It can be catastrophic, and it can easily find a source of ignition and explode, endangering the lives of the people on the crew on the drilling rig. And to prevent, there is a barrier mud which is to be filled in the pipe, which prevents the undersea oil and the gas to reach the creek. To control, there are various parts of the parts that are embedded which work out to prevent the blowout, like say we have a blown out preventer like here CD Horizon rig, blown out preventer here, yellow pods, blue pods, and these are the shear blind shear ram. So these things are put in place to save if there is an explosion or something like that. Now that you have understood what is the system, how it works, let us understand that what happened. At 8:45 p.m., kick occurred and the oil and natural gas entered the well bore undetected, eventually passing above the blowout preventer and rising quickly up to the riser towards the deep water. There are 126 people on board, and after 9:40 p.m., the mud blew out of the rig under pressure of the oil and natural gas. The crew member closed the upper annual preventer under the BOP. However, its shear pressure was too much to be sustained by the preventer. Next, uh, what to do now? So the pipe ram was closed with the help of annular. space. This successfully helped in preventing the leak, but that was proved to be a temporary measure, and the oil spread out. And at 9:49 p.m., the mixture that rose up found its ignition source and exploded. There were electric lamps which caused the fire as an ignition source. As is a high risk environment, the system operator plays a key role in protecting or endangering the human and technical assets on the site. When the difference in pressure caused the pipe to buckle, the crew believed that the pressure in the well was stable and misinterpreted crucial cues, and not knowing the full conditions as what was going down in the well. The situation awareness was unknown because of the cognitive factors in the incident. The crew recorded inaccurate mental model. The failure to test the negative pressure test was also one of the reasons that there's wrong testing caused it to not identify it properly, like how the crew, how was the pressure inside, and this resulted into a catastrophe. The rig crew did an improper cementing job on the rig so that it could not sustain the pressure. Situation awareness. This is one of the important key factors which is to be trained to each and every staff member of the rig, so that they can proactively involve themselves and take care of the surroundings, pay attention to everything that is around in detail, and prevent a major catastrophe. The blue pods that were there to prevent the oil to rise were drained off the battery. These are the blue and yellow pods are same in nature, but they caused the problem differently. Like one of the pods were drained off the battery, and the yellow pods were not connected properly, misfired, which generated a negative effect, and it could not contain the oil to rise. So there was no lock possible, and the oil rise and caused the catastrophe. One of the major factors which involves any accident is mostly human factors. The thing is like insufficient skill and knowledge to the staff. Just to make profits, many organizations avoid going through this process, um, which causes a lot of accidents. And second thing is fatigue. People are made to work tirelessly for hours long, and this causes fatigue, and this results into accidents. There are also other physical and psychological problems which are faced by the staff. One of them are like they are not physically capable, they are tired due to some sickness or something, or they have some problems with lot of pressure is exerted by the employer, because of which he has developed some mental disorder, or there is some domestic issue which is causing some issue. Other is lack of communication. The commander gives an order in some language, and the employee has misunderstood it, and which has resulted into misinterpretation, and uh, this miscommunication has led to a catastrophe. Then lack of leadership. Of course, in any organization, the team leader plays an important role. So if the rig operator is not taking the right decision regarding the safety of the rig, um, uh, then there is a problem with the rig, and the whole brain is to be taken by the rig operator. Poor decision making. So in poor decision making, if uh, the leader of the rig is not capable of taking the timely decisions, then there are problems like a catastrophe can happen. Workplace culture. So this is important part, like workplace has some of the major companies have go very good work culture which involves safety. So sometimes people don't wear helmets, and while going down the drill, and um, all the procedures, the standard procedure that is mentioned is not followed, and this reflects the culture, and this indiscipline can relate to a large catastrophe. So that also stimulates the same two last 2 points: inadequate training, experience, and discipline. All these are affected simultaneously, causing problems. So now we go to recommendations. Recommendations play an important role so that we can prevent such incidents in the future. So situation awareness. Since the deep water horizon blown out, the oil and gas industry has recognized the value of the human factors, and providing of training in non-technical skills such as situation awareness are to be encouraged. Given that the NTS has to be found or to play a critical role in maintaining the safety and performance of other high risk occupations. So what does the situation awareness do? It gives the mental simulation, prepares for anticipated scenarios, coping with distracted. So when these things are already taken care of, then there are less chances of catastrophe. Other thing is like the safety, the equipment that is there has to be safely checked. So if there like in this incident, it happened like the blue pods and yellow pods didn't function because of mismanagement. So that has to be checked each time so that we can prevent such accidents in the future. Other thing is that properly the things has to be tested so that if there is any chance of catastrophe, then it can be avoided. Now we will study the impact of this system on the human life, environment, asset, and the company reputation. So 11 crew members have died and 17 are injured. The destruction of active life has been caused. 125 major petroleum hydrocarbons were released, and and millions of barrels of them were left for the long duration in the seabed, some on the sea surface, which they directly affect or indirectly affect the human beings. Directly, how they can affect, when we bathe in the beaches, um, and secondly, when the cleaning staff goes out for cleaning the oil rigs, that can be harmful. Or when we breathe in this polluted air, that also causes a long lasting um, problems in breathing, and it affects us. The indirect methods are like when we consume such fish, the fishes, and the second thing is when we bathe, it affects our food chain, and it causes a lot of other problems. The fishermen, the economic impacts include the fishermen can lose their jobs. Some fishermen who has purchased the boats, they lose out to give loans, and they cannot repay the loans. And if they own the boat, then they cannot make good use of the bought asset. So there is a huge loss of losses for the fishing industry and the fishermen. So all the investment in the rig done is gone, um, because the entire rig is sunk. So and it has caused immense damage to the environment, and the company reputation is gone, because there are many cases filed against the company, and their reputation is like labeled as an irresponsible company. So they won't be getting good contracts next time, and also because of the cases, and they will face huge financial losses.